It's pretty simple. How best can we improve our country's image before other countries? And who should be saddled with the responsibility of improving our image? Now, for those of you who have ever, taught a lesson or two about PR, or that's public relations, you do know that your image is very, very important. In short, it is who people say you are. Beyond what you say about yourself, what is most important is who people say that you are. And that is why some companies will pay heavily for public relations. They'll have a public relations strategist, have a public relations office. These people's work. While other people are busy doing marketing, others are busy doing accounting, others are busy doing engineering in the company, others are busy OAPing, broadcasting, others are busy digital mediaing, while some on the technical team, there is a public relations department saddled with the responsibility of not just building, but maintaining public image of that company. So when you think Nigeria Info, you think your number one station for talk. Your number one talk station. If you want news, authentic one, come on, think Nigeria Info, right? If you want to hear the things that are happening and the way we are doing it one by following things, torchlighting things like this, checking, it is Nigeria Info. At least that is the image we have in the eyes of the public. And it is one thing to have that image, it is another thing to maintain or sustain that image. So for how many years and counting, we are known for something in the South, specifically in River State. And we did not just come by that image by chance. It came from a period of consistency. So people came, people left. OAPs came, OAPs left. This happened, that happened. This government came, that government left. This head of division came, that head of division left. But overall, in Lagos, in Abuja, and in Port Harcourt, the Nigeria Info brand is known for something. The exercise of image building starts with evaluating the status, understanding the current perception for the brand in general, and public's specific. It's followed by deciding the image to be built on need of alteration and activities involved to do so. Now, this is a process which will require specialists. Not everybody can do PR. Not everybody can just come and say, hey, come on, I think I can. See, even during the last election, I did tell you, I'll tell you this for free. If some of the candidates had not sought professionals in the area of public image building, I am sure that some of us will not have paid attention to them. And that is fact. So we take these things seriously. How much more an entire nation like Nigeria? If brands in Nigeria take image building seriously, it only means that the Nigerian brand, because we may not be a brand like a product, but the truth of the matter is we're selling a lot of things. We're exporting a lot of things. We're exporting human capital. We're exporting resources. We are a brand as a nation. So for the purpose of this conversation, let's consider ourselves a brand. Top of my head, I could list some of the bad things Nigeria and Nigerians are known for. Sometimes they say, if you want to look at corruption, Nigeria. When some of our friends and family members traveled outside the shores of the country, the way they are looked upon because of our moral disposition, they think that, this person is a Yahoo boy, an internet fraudster, a 419er. This person is probably a drug peddler or a gum runner. Or this person is going to supply inferior materials to us. Or this person is most likely falsifying documents. Or is involved in piracy. Nigerian citizens have been humiliated at our parts at the immigration offices overseas. And you begin to imagine, how can we change this narrative? Now, the US government has warned its citizens to reconsider traveling to Nigeria due to increased risk of crime, terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, and armed gangs in the country. An updated travel advisory included a flat do not travel warning for Borno, Yobe, Kogi, and Adamawa states due to terrorism and kidnapping. Bauchi, Gombe, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and Zamfara states due to kidnapping. A similar travel advisory was issued for Abia, Anambra, Bayelsa, Delta, Enugu, Imo, and River States, with the exceptions of Port Harcourt due to crime, kidnapping, and armed gangs. It comes 2 days after the United States Deputy Treasury Secretary Wale Adeyemo visited Nigeria as part of U.S. efforts to strengthen economic ties between both countries, and a day after President Bola Tinubu presently in the U.S. for the United Nations General Assembly UNGA advised Nigerians abroad to return home. You will agree with me that some of all these things that we have been known for is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. But they say over time that we have been responsible for further spreading such bad news about us. Now, it's likened to a home where you know that not all the children in the home, it's not everybody in the home that is good. Some children know that their father cheats on their mother. True or false? Some children know that mommy doesn't really know how to cook well. Abi? Good. Some parents know that their children are terrible people. That there is one that likes to bring disgrace to the home. But guess what? When they want to talk about their family outside, come on, my husband there, oh my God, see that man, he's heaven's gift to me. Like, if I want to marry in my next life, I will still marry my husband. This is coming from a woman who knows that her husband cheats. My wife, oh my goodness gracious God, my wife, if she cook for you, you're gonna lick your hand, lick your leg, lick your eye, lick everything. This is coming from a man who knows that his wife is not such a great cook. Oh, my children are the best. It's coming from a father and a mother that every single time they're probably sending their child to rehab. But what are they doing? They're sort of maintaining the image of their family in the eyes of the public. So it is you who wants to go and now start prognosing that will now discover that they lied. But in the eyes of the public, guess what? They're good. Their image is good. Now, this is not a conversation to throw blame games of those of us who have always, all the time, never posted anything good about Nigeria. It is always the bad that we are quick to publicize. However, when it comes to the image of this nation, we are not the only people known for terrorism. And this is not to say that we should condone terrorism. We are not the only nation known for kidnapping. And this is not in any way to say that we should condone kidnapping. Neither are we the only nation that will, always have criminal gangs here and there. And this is not to say that we should not do anything about security in our nation. However, if another country is going to warn their citizens against visiting Nigeria, it only means that our image in the eyes of that country is not a good one. We've lived with some of these things over time. We have security agencies that are fighting some of these things over time. Some of us are involved in the fight against all of these things over time. And we can only pray for a time when these things will be completely eradicated or become a thing of the past. However, for the time being, how best can we improve our country's image? And who should be saddled with that responsibility? Was it not last week or early this week we were talking about the UAE ban being lifted? And then we want to ask ourselves, why was the ban even placed in the first place? 0817 923 0002 0817 923-00002. Again, 0817-923-0002. We also have 0817-923-0003. Again, 080923-0003. We have the WhatsApp and Telegram number. It is 0809-030-6416. If you can't get through to us via the phone lines, do well to send a WhatsApp message. I will gladly read your WhatsApp messages. On Twitter, we are at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Our call screener is on standby to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So turn down the volume of your radio set, be audible. We'd like to hear from you. Dakuku from HA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sunny side.
Good afternoon to you, Dakuku.
So let me tell you, my sister, you see Nigeria, they have that stamp have already stamped for Nigeria because right from time, even if when Makudube was killed in his country, it was a Nigerian who killed a man in his own country. So those stamps have seen that Nigeria are so much corrupt. And if at all for we to regain those things back, it will start from Nigeria here, from our politicians, both our judiciary, most of the judiciary are the people who spoil this country. One, when they see the black, instead of them to call the black, they say it is white. When they see the truth, because of money, they cannot even say the truth. That is the most problem we are having in this country. If not, Nigeria is a peaceful country to stay.
Okay.
That's why you see most of these guys kidnapped.
All right, thank you. Braid from Woji, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello?
Braid, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. One, for me, the way we can laundry our image, Nigerian image has been bastardized. So the first thing we should be able to do, our political office holders have a lot to do. The first one, they should stop taking money to the Western world.
Okay.
Money that belongs to the country to the Western world. The moment that began to reduce drastically, it will begin to launder our image. And also, we should stop painting the picture of Nigeria image as a very bad country. Now, who is going to do that? The person that is going to do that should also be our political office holder, because they travel more, and they are the people the Western world always interface with more. So they will begin to let the Western world to know that, look, Nigeria is a good country. They should begin to innovate. They should begin to look at our educational facts and also our health sector, begin to upgrade it as such that our people don't quickly run down to Western world for either academic or health something. You see that we will begin to get our sense of belonging. But if we continue the way we are going, there is nothing they can do. There is no publicity that is going to stop that. So
Okay.
I think for me, our office holders have a lot to do.
Our office holders. Clemens from NTA Road. Welcome to the sunny side, Clemens. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let me start with, I believe you've been on social media, and you must have seen one or two adverts from the government of China. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I have seen a lot of these adverts, and they come in different formats, in video, in graphics. Now, why am I saying this? And if you are watching satellite TV, you must have also seen a South African tourism advert. Not to go far, even in the station here, they have even come to run adverts also. Now, I am not sure if in Nigeria have this same kind of content that they can sell to the outside world. I am not sure. because let me not forget to give kudos to our banks, who have also taken advantage of the platforms like the mainstream media, especially the ones that live in US, to advertise our banking system. I'm sure you've seen those advertisements.
Yes, I have. I have, definitely.
Good. Now, that is one of the things that we say the banks are doing. In fact, if the government are doing what these banks are doing, then I think we would have at least done something, because we have a very strong financial institution in Nigeria, even though most of us complain here. But what we have here is what other African countries wish they have. However, the Nigerian government should be in the forefront, not the citizens. The Nigerian government should be in the forefront of selling what we have to the outside world. But what are we selling?
Well, exactly the question I was about to ask, because I remember vividly. I don't know, somebody should help me with the correct year when we did the Giant of Africa video advert by our then President Olusegun Obasanjo. And he came out to call Nigeria the Giant of Africa. We had that advert running on all our national TV stations and some private-owned TV stations as well. I don't know if you remember the advert I'm talking about.
I do.
The video tried to explore every area of our economy, agriculture, and some other areas of the economy as well. And yes, we did take pride in referring to ourselves as the Giant of Africa once upon a time. And it was not something about what we said. It was about how we were perceived as well. The image we had back then.
Exactly. That is because, you see, we have ministers then who are not politicians, who are not securing local government or some kind of, those languages they speak. Now, let me quickly add this. You heard about the first start, is it first start 76 or something? You remember the first, I don't know if you read about first start. First start was a market Nigerian government sold that year. And we have a lot of other culture that we sold also. Now, what happened to first start today? And so many others. Now, let me not even take the country as a whole. Let's take it state by state. In Calabar, we have what the former governor did there. Did he?
All right, thank you so much. Moses, you would have to call back. Makonkwa from Rumokuta, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, keep the calls coming. I look forward to reading your messages as well. I see some of them on Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X. At Esther Oboli says, you and I will agree that Nigeria's image has been battered and smeared, but not beyond redemption. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The people saddled with responsibility of improving the image are those in power, politicians, citizens, etc. I pray we get it right someday. Udoka on Facebook says, people will blame the government as usual, but the United States didn't stop their citizens from coming to Nigeria because of bad governance. It is because of Nigerian citizens. Nigeria is not the flag, if not Abuja. It is our community, our family. If we want to rebuild our images, we should start from the family, to the church, to the mosque, to the community. Everybody should be a good ambassador to his or her family, their community, then their country. Clement from Diob, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, so good afternoon, my sister.
Good afternoon, my brother. Go ahead.
Listen, can we have a little understanding of the difference between the heaven and the earth? Sorry, I'm not asking you a question, but I want us to have a like-minded.
Understanding between the heavens and the earth.
And the earth, yes.
Okay, understanding in which sense? I understand the earth is where we all find ourselves, then the heaven is far above.
Now, can you come to your law aspect, that the earth has no law?
Okay.
To humanity anymore.
Your point exactly
we are traveling to outside countries. More or less, the abroad we are going to.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to find refuge or our daily bread, however the case may be. Could you see that they have laws or rules and regulations that guides them? And when we go there, we obey, we humble, and we submit to their rules and regulations. Why can't we make law in this country?
But Clement, laws do exist in this country.
No, there is no law.
No, Clement, you can't say that, because if there was no law, this entire nation will be burning to ashes by now. It will be in chaos. The laws that exist is what enables everyone to go about their usual businesses. That there is a law that says thou shalt not kill, do not murder. Is the reason why you cannot wake up this morning and get angry at your neighbor and feel like you want to kill him.
Now, thank you very much. Can you agree with me that in the same country you have a law that says thou shalt not kill? Every day of your headline you have killing.
Exactly. You see, the truth of the matter is there would be deviants. There will be people that will defy the laws.
So are you telling me that these laws exist and we cannot apprehend the people behind these killings?
Well,
we cannot punish them to stop it. We cannot compel them to change for once.
Clement, even in these other nations where there is law, we still have people killing people.
Can you agree with me that Ukraine and Russia...
Clement. I mean, sometimes in our major news bulletins, you hear of stories of some of these happenings from these other climes, don't you? But there are laws existent there.
My good sister, it is true, but they are at war. They have differences. In this country, what is the problem? That we cannot make our law, obey our law, no matter the class, the person, the sex.
Immorality, fraud, drug peddling, and any other vices you can ever think of is still prevalent in some of these countries. Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Well, I will not take much time, but it's unfortunate that most of us don't know the gravity of the warning Americans have given. Let me highlight one thing for you. If you go through that document, you will cry for this country. American government warned their citizens. Let me just give you the last line. If you must go, anything happens to you, don't call us. Again, if you must go, don't go. They are not talking about the politicians. They are talking about the citizens of Nigeria. And we are beating politicians. We don't do research. We don't read. Go and get that document. America warning their citizens not to go to Nigeria.
Mrs. Zion.
We make our image
exactly. That is the question. That is the question.
Our music. Thank God for the Afrobeat now that is taking over the world. Can the government gather all our artists? Look, promote Nigeria through the song. Tell them to come to Nigeria. Come to River State, where there is bole and fish. In your song, let the lyrics be like that. Now, to our movie industry, which destroyed us a lot. The movie industry destroyed us a lot. Can they change their storylines and start talking about the beautiful people in Nigeria, the beautiful ladies?
Mr. Zion. You said our movie industries destroyed us a lot. What are the movies?
I'm telling you.
But hey, some of the things that we have seen, but some of us have never been abroad. I have never been abroad, I would not lie. But I was able to get some sort of first-hand information about happenings in other countries via their movies as well. How did I know that there was human trafficking prevalent in some nations? It was via their movies.
This square, we have an image we want to promote.
Exactly.
Yes, those things are there, we agree. Change the story. Change the narrative. Okay, let me also narrow it down to you. The Halloween people celebrate every year. Do you know the evil behind Halloween?
I don't even know what Halloween is. I don't even want to know.
America have never told you this secret, and those countries. Every year they celebrate Halloween. A child must meet. It must meet. But
Okay.
the American government will not.
So Mr. Zion has made his point. Music people, please come and sing song about our Nigeria, the good part. Movie producers, do something. Nigerian Info. Good afternoon, Real Gifts from Port Harcourt Town. Welcome.
Thank you very much, lady. B2W. Well, it is only those who walk during the night that understand the orders of the Spirit.
Okay.
And so, it still has to trickle from the government, because when a fresh fish wants to get rotten, it starts from the head. Until we get back our value systems, the value we grew up with, the values that were there when men were boys, it will be difficult for us to launder the image. Because the truth is, before now, do we have this image crisis abroad? People open their doors for Nigerians to come in. It means something went wrong somewhere. And where did we get it wrong? When the values dropped, and whatever you can come with to the table is welcome. I think Mr. Clement was trying to talk about laws. Laws are there. I agree with you. But who implements these laws? And how does it, when it is implemented, who go run afoul of the law, face the law? These are the issues, because when people do certain things negative and get away with it, of course it becomes a norm, because it has been happening over and over. But when you go outside these shores with that mentality, you find out that difference between sweet and chewing gum, even though the two they sweet from out. So for me, it starts from the government and the rest of us, because don't forget that it is the American government that issued this advisory to our citizens, is it not? So it tells you that it is the government that would decide to say, okay, we want to do this. It's just like when this woman was the minister. One of this lady, is she still alive, that brought up this issue of the image of Nigeria. There is this particular slogan then.
Are you talking about Dora Akunyili?
Thank you very much. Now you saw a situation where she knew we had this crisis, and so she came with that catchphrase that every terminal document will use. And again, it's not just
is it the Nigeria great people, great nation?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's why you are always in the spirit. I know they know they go spiritual church, but you're always in the spirit. So for me, it is the government. If we can get back our values, we don't need some of these things, because the truth is that when what you do here is the same thing that is obtainable elsewhere when you go there, it then means you don't need to go the extra mile to launder your image, because already, just like you started the family issue, if I cover my own outside, you cover your own, there is coverage.
Okay. If I cover my own and you cover your own, there's coverage. Okonkwo from Murakuta, welcome back. Sorry about the first time. Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are talking of how to redeem our image.
Exactly. Improve our image, redeem our
from
image,
the eyes of
sustain our
international
image.
community.
Yes.
Number one, our politicians should start to carry our money countries to bank in their banks. I've never seen a governor from Canada or from America coming to bank his money in Nigeria.
Okonkwo, hold on. I'm sorry to interject, but I like to spell out something really. Once upon a time, some people argued that the reason why a lot of nations and other people have this certain perception of the Nigeria image is because of how reported they are. That we do not have this perception of other nations is because some of these issues are underreported. Now, while this country will be quick to report some of the bad things about the country, the corruption, the kidnapping, other nations will rather report the good things and underreport the bad things. That was the argument once upon a time. So I cannot clearly say that we do not have people from other countries laundering money into this country. I do not have that information and I cannot speak authoritatively on that. But we cannot rule out the possibility as well, because we cannot know until it is reported, true or false.
Okay. That's what is called empirical knowledge.
Okay.
Empirical knowledge means the experience you gather through what you see with your eyes.
Okay.
Let me tell you that what the citizens say do not matter to the Western nations, but what they see with their eyes. You know that our leaders go to their countries for medical treatment.
We know.
And when they see them, they will say that there is no competent hospitals in Nigeria. You know that our people send their children to America, India to go and study in their universities. When they say our people, they will say that there are competent universities in Nigeria. Because they build on what they see with their eyes. My fourth point, why not we to build up companies and industries and factories and employ the young boys and young girls so that kidnapping will be no more.
Okay.
Hostage taking will be no more.
Okay.
Racism will be no more.
Mm-hmm.
Banditry will be no more.
Now.
Can't we do it as other countries have done it?
Mr. Okonkwo.
And they record success in their nation.
Mr. Okonkwo, who are the perpetrators of some of these bad things that we are known for as a nation? It is human beings like you and I. And you will agree with me that even if you provide jobs for every citizen of Nigeria, there will be some individuals who believe in quick, sharp money. Why do I have to work for an entire month to earn peanuts when I can kidnap one person and I will collect a ransom of maybe 5 million or 10 million naira? Why do I have to work for peanuts when I can do this bad thing and that bad thing and I will get sharp money? So yes, providing jobs is good. But you see these other climes where it seems, do you think that we don't have unemployed people there? Oh, wait, hold on, okay. The notion is that these other people are doing well. Kingdom from GRA, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Thank you, Didi. In respect to the discussion on this afternoon, I want to say that they say that charity begins at home. The image of Nigeria has been laundered, but how do we redeem it?
Exactly.
If you look at social institutions, talk about the other sector, just like system theory. If a system is faulty, and that section that is faulty is being removed, and another one that is good is being fixed, lubricated, you find out that the whole body will work.
Okay.
Unlike social institutions, talk about family institutions, religious institution, peer group, and political institution. In all these institutions, it is only one institution that has the backing of the law to make law and implement it. Every society that is developed, both US, America, all of them has crime, has bad things happening. But the difference is that over there, once they get you, you are being tried, you are being prosecuted, and you are being sentenced for the crime you commit. If you take what belongs to the public and put it into your pockets, once the arm of the law gets you, you are being tried and being punished. But now on is different. Didi, you will agree with me that people doing all sorts of things, our sovereign wealth, the resources of business are being carted away by those in authority, and nothing happens. Didi, you will agree with me that people kills because you have somebody in power. Nothing happens to you. But over there is not the same. So for us to get it right, government has to be held responsible.
Okay.
Didi, when a water is being polluted from the source, it runs down the center stream. But if it is polluted midway, the water coming from the head of the stream cleans up the system, and it gets well again.
Okay.
So we have to hold those in authority.
Those in authority. Responsible. Thank you, Kingdom. Franklin is calling from Port Harcourt. Welcome, Franklin. Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Franklin. How do you do?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm good. Okay, go ahead.
This issue is a very interesting issue, but my worries is this. What is America's interest in Nigeria? I really don't understand it. Elections came and gone, and the international whatever said he was mad with corruption. It wasn't okay. But America adopted it. And now they are coming again to tell us that Nigeria is a no-go area. To train their citizens not to come to Nigeria. Are they helping us to correct these anomalies? Or what is their interest? How have they been able to help us to come out when we wanted to do it right?
Now,
Franklin, they're wrong.
Franklin. You see this blame game? It will take us nowhere. It's just like somebody coming to tell you that, you see this your pikin bad. I don't want to make my pikin then near your pikin again. I'm talking like a typical Nigerian. Some of your parents warned you about some friends, didn't they? Growing up as a child, didn't they warn you not to go close to John? That John is going to be a bad influence.
Not support me to go ahead with somebody who is bad.
Your father will not support you, or he would support you.
My father would support me to go.
Exactly. So this is a clear case of US being the parent, telling you that Denise is a bad person. If you go close to Denise, you probably will learn bad things from her. I don't want you to be corrupted. Denise is a dangerous person. If
as an umpire to say what is right and what is wrong.
Okay.
And they were not able to do that. And at the end, you are coming back to tell your children not to go.
Okay, you know what, Franklin? We will come back to this. But we need to go on the news break, all right? Trending stories comes up now. After that, we will come back and round up this conversation. Do stay tuned to us and keep the comments coming, okay?
We talk about